Do you ever look in the mirror and wonder when the light behind your smile dimmed, when your days started feeling heavier, your energy thinner, your laughter less frequent? I don't want this for you, sweetheart. It often begins quietly, tiny shifts in how you move, eat, or think, until one day it feels like life is happening without you. But today, that changes. You'll discover 5 golden habits that can gently restore your spark, especially the number 5. I'm sure it will renew your entire outlook on aging. Start moving. Gentle movement for a stronger you. You didn't even realize you'd slowed down. You used to move with ease, watering the garden, dancing in the kitchen, walking just to feel the sun. But somewhere along the way, little things began to shift. You sat more, stairs felt steeper. Your legs got tired faster. It didn't happen all at once. It crept in slowly, like a fog. At first, you thought it was normal, just aging, you told yourself. But deep down, you miss how it used to feel, to move without thinking, without pain, without hesitation. You didn't stop because you wanted to. Life just became quieter, more still. But stillness isn't the same as peace, is it? That feeling of not trusting your own body anymore, it's more than physical. It seeps into your confidence, your mood, even your sense of purpose. My dear, I don't want this for you. Movement isn't about workouts or routines, it's about coming back to yourself. So what if you started small? A few steps to the mailbox, gentle stretches while your tea steeps, chair yoga with your favorite music playing softly in the background, not to prove anything, just to reconnect with the body that's carried you through every season of life. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to begin, and the beauty is, you can. Today, right now, in your own time, in your own way. 5 minutes can bring you back to life. The first few days might feel strange, your balance a bit unsure, your legs not as steady, but with each step, something begins to shift, not just in your muscles, but in your spirit. Did you know that Harvard research found walking can reduce your risk of heart disease by up to 40%? It also lowers blood pressure, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports brain health. But what matters even more than statistics is how you feel after a walk, the clearer mind, the lifted mood, the quiet sense of I still can. Start with 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes of gentle movement is enough to remind your body and your heart that you're still strong, still capable. Walk to the corner, stretch your arms overhead, do a few slow marches by your chair. You might feel silly at first, but give it time. What feels awkward now will soon feel like second nature. And sweetheart, don't be afraid to make it beautiful. Walk with a friend, or alone with the breeze. Choose a path that brings you peace. Notice the trees, the sounds, the way the light hits the pavement. Every moment you move is a message to yourself. I'm still here. I still matter. My life is still unfolding. You still have so much life to walk through, my dear. And it all begins with that first gentle step, not to chase the past, but to greet the future, one breath at a time. Nourish your body, eating to thrive, not just survive. You've taken that first gentle step. Now let's talk about what fuels it. Remember when you could eat a slice of cake at midnight, sleep like a baby, and wake up ready to mow the lawn before breakfast? Those were the days, right? But now, one heavy meal can make you feel like you've been hit by a freight train. That's not failure. It's your body whispering, please take care of me. And food, sweetheart, is either your medicine or your enemy. It's easy to fall into the habit of grabbing what's quick, salty, sweet, or processed, especially when energy is low, or cooking feels like a chore. But those choices, though comforting in the moment, can quietly steal your clarity, your energy, and even your joy. You might notice it already, feeling sluggish after lunch, forgetting little things, or waking up groggier than when you went to bed. That's not just age. Often, it's the food. Processed meals and sugary snacks are like inviting a slow leak into your vitality. They spike your blood sugar, inflame your joints, and cloud your mind. And the scariest part, the damage builds quietly over time. But here's the hope. Your body is always ready to heal, at any age. And it starts with the food on your plate. Eat with joy, not guilt. Eating well doesn't mean giving up everything you love. It means choosing what truly loves you back. Start with color. Berries, leafy greens, and bright vegetables are nature's medicine cabinet, packed with antioxidants that protect your brain and memory. In fact, studies show that people who eat these foods regularly have up to a 35% lower risk of Alzheimer's. That's not a small number, my dear. That's a lifeline. Add in healthy fats, like avocado, olive oil, and fatty fish like salmon. These nourish your heart and keep your mind sharp. Your brain isn't just a thinker, it's an eater too. Feed it well, and it rewards you with focus, calm, and clarity. And don't forget fiber. Oats, beans, whole grains, and vegetables help keep things moving. A happy gut is a happy mood. Constipation isn't just uncomfortable, it affects your energy, your appetite, even your sleep, and water. It's your secret anti-aging potion. I know it sounds simple, but many of us just don't drink enough. Dehydration can make you feel tired, foggy, even irritable. Try starting your day with a glass of water before coffee. It's a small ritual, but one that sets the tone for care and clarity. Let me tell you something you might not hear often enough. You deserve to feel light, clear, and comfortable in your own body. That doesn't come from dieting or guilt. It comes from gentle, joyful choices. Choosing fruit over cookies, adding greens to your plate, sipping herbal tea in the evening instead of soda. And you don't have to do it all at once. Just start with one snack today, one swap, one decision that says, I want to feel better. You'll thank yourself when your joints feel less stiff, when your mind feels just a little sharper, when your body says thank you, in the language of calm energy and deep rest. Because food isn't just fuel, it's cares, it's kindness. And sweetheart, you deserve every bite of health and happiness. Feed your mind. Daily brain stimulation. So much of what you feel in your body starts with how you care for it, but your mind, my dear, needs just as much nourishment. You ever walk into a room and forget why you went in there? You stand in the doorway staring blankly, retracing your steps in your head. It's frustrating, isn't it? But here's something you may not have heard before. That moment isn't a sign of failure. It's your mind asking for a little love, a little attention, a spark. And the good news? That spark can be reignited, no matter your age. You don't need to be solving algebra problems or learning a new language overnight. Stimulating your brain can be simple, joyful, and even playful. Reading a chapter of a book, finishing a crossword, watching a thoughtful documentary, having a deep conversation that makes you say, I never thought of it that way. These little moments keep your brain flexible, strong, and alive. Curiosity is the fountain of youth. Let me tell you about someone who proves it's never too late to feed your mind. Her name was Evelyn. At 73, after losing her husband and moving into a smaller home, she felt a kind of emptiness settle in. The silence was heavy. She missed being needed. She missed learning. One afternoon, while sorting through a box of old books, she found a tiny watercolor set she hadn't touched since her 20s. Something in her stirred. That evening, she opened a blank page, dipped the brush, and let her hand move, awkwardly at first, then steadily. One small painting turned into two, then a stack. Within months she was taking online art classes, reading about techniques, joining local art meetups. Her walls filled with color, and so did her spirit. Evelyn didn't become a master painter, but she became something far more important: engaged, curious, awake. You can be too. Learning keeps your brain young. Whether it's painting, piano, puzzles, or poetry, every new experience forms new connections in your mind, and those connections are like golden threads, weaving your thoughts together, keeping memory strong and clarity sharp. Even simple conversations, sharing ideas, laughing with friends, talking through memories, stimulate your brain in ways that isolation cannot. When you speak, when you listen, when you challenge yourself to explain something or hear a new viewpoint, your mind lights up. It doesn't fade from age, it fades from disuse. So ask questions, learn something new, Teach someone something you've learned along the way. You might be surprised what your mind still wants to explore. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or unsure where to start, try this. Pick one thing you're curious about. Just one. Look it up. Read a page. Watch a video. Try it with your hands. Feed your mind not because you have to, but because you get to. Sweetheart, your mind is still capable of wonder. It remembers birthdays and lullabies, stories and scents. It holds dreams that haven't yet been lived. All it needs is a gentle nudge, and the invitation to stay curious. The world didn't stop being interesting just because you got older. You are still a thinker, a dreamer, a creator. Let your mind wander. Let it work. Let it wake up again. Build strength. Protect your body's foundation. When your mind is engaged and curious, something else begins to shift. Your confidence grows, your energy lifts, and suddenly, you start thinking, maybe I can do more. That's where your body steps back in. Struggling to lift groceries lately? Feeling unsteady when getting out of a chair? You're not alone, my dear. These challenges are common, and more importantly, they're reversible. You see, as we age, our muscles naturally lose strength in a process called sarcopenia. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's part of the body's rhythm. But it doesn't mean you're helpless, and it doesn't mean you're done. That gentle weakness you felt in your arms or legs, that wobble in your balance, those are invitations, not warnings. Invitations to rebuild, to reawaken, to reclaim your strength, one small movement at a time. And no, you don't need to become a bodybuilder or join a gym. Strength training at your age doesn't have to be intense. It just has to be intentional. You don't have to be strong. You just have to begin. Start with a chair. Yes, a chair. Sit and stand slowly, 10 times. That simple movement builds strength in your legs, your core, and your confidence. Try wall push-ups, just standing and leaning gently into the wall, pressing away with your arms. You'll feel it, trust me. And resistance bands? They're soft, stretchy tools that gently wake up muscles without putting pressure on your joints. These aren't workouts, they're love letters to your body. Because strength isn't about muscle, it's about freedom. The freedom to carry your groceries, to reach a shelf, to walk unassisted, to dance again if you want to. It's about keeping your independence in your hands, where it belongs. You deserve to move through your home, through your life, with ease and security. You deserve to feel stable, rooted, capable. Studies show that older adults who incorporate strength training just twice a week experience better bone density, reduced risk of falls, and improved balance, and stronger bones. They're your safety net. They reduce the risk of fractures, help prevent osteoporosis, and give you the sturdy foundation to live life your way. Now imagine this with me, just for a moment. Imagine holding your grandchild again, without fear that your arms might give way. Picture yourself bending to tie your shoe, without holding onto the wall, or dancing, just a few steps in the kitchen, with music playing, and your heart full. That's not a dream, that's strength, yours waiting to be rebuilt. And it doesn't take much. You don't need to push hard, you just need to begin. Start with 10 minutes. Try 1 or 2 movements today, safely, gently. If something feels too hard, modify it. If something hurts, skip it. This is your journey, and your body knows the pace. And sweetheart, don't forget to breathe. Strength is not a rush, it's a return. A return to feeling capable, grounded, proud. Your body is still yours. It's still listening, and it still responds to your care. You've carried so much in this life. Now it's time to carry yourself, strong, steady, and on your own terms. Stay connected. Relationships that heal and energize you. You've rebuilt strength in your body. You've nourished your mind and spirit. Now let's talk about the part of you that longs to be seen, heard, and held. Because even the strongest body can feel heavy in the absence of connection. There's a difference between peaceful quiet and aching silence. One brings rest. The other brings a quiet ache that settles in your chest. Maybe you felt it, sitting in your chair with the television humming in the background. Not because you're watching it, but because the silence feels too loud. Loneliness is not a weakness, my dear. It's a human signal, your heart's way of saying, I still need love. I still need laughter. I still need people. And the beautiful truth is, connection doesn't have to be big to be powerful. A phone call changed everything. Margaret was 78 when she realized most of her days passed without a single meaningful conversation. After losing her husband, her world quietly shrank. No more dinners with friends. No more phone calls from the kids. No more neighbors stopping by like they used to. At first she thought she was fine. I like my solitude, she'd say. But over time that solitude turned into sadness. One morning, while flipping through her old address book, she stopped at a name she hadn't seen in years. An old friend from church. On a whim she picked up the phone and called. They talked for 2 hours. Laughed. Cried. Remembered things that had nearly slipped away. That phone call became a lifeline. Margaret started calling more people. She wrote letters. She joined a local reading circle. She wasn't filling her calendar. She was filling her heart. Her energy returned. Her mind felt clearer. Her sleep improved. And most of all, she didn't feel invisible anymore. And that's the power of connection. Meaningful relationships, whether with friends, family, neighbors, or even strangers, can lift depression, ease anxiety, strengthen immunity, and even extend your life. It's not just emotional, it's deeply physical. Being seen and heard by someone else tells your body, you're safe, you belong, and sweetheart, you do. You are still someone's sunshine. You are still a reason for someone to smile. You still carry stories, wisdom, laughter, and light that someone out there needs to hear. So don't wait for the world to knock on your doors. Open it, reach out, invite someone in, call an old friend just to say hello, write a letter, even a short one, sit outside and wave to your neighbor, join a local club, a walking group, or a community center activity, or simply ask someone, how are you really? And let the conversation bloom. It's not about being social all the time. It's about being emotionally nourished, feeling connected, feeling needed. Let others love you, and let yourself love them back. Because connection isn't just something nice to have. It's something we all deserve. Especially now. Especially you. You've spent a lifetime giving. Let others give to you too. Let the sound of shared laughter echo in your kitchen again. Let a warm hug replace the ache in your chest. Let someone say your name with joy. And let yourself be reminded, you're still here and you're still deeply loved. You are not fading. You are flowering in a new season of strength, clarity, and joy. These 5 golden habits aren't hard. They're healing. They've helped you reconnect with the best parts of yourself. Comment below and share which habit you'll begin today. You've come this far. Let's keep going together.